Bang. Oh, I'm so nervous. Anyways.
Your nipples are hard.
Welcome to Beers and Boards, episode 2.
And fuck. All right. I lost my train of thought.
So you need me to restart too?
Yeah. I lost my train of thought because I thought you were gonna laugh.
I'm motherfucking Cain Wallace and I'm up next. And this is it. I'm really with the shits. I'm just trying to get rich. I'm all about the money, not the glam and the glitz. Give a fuck about it.
Welcome to Beers and Boards, episode 2.
I'm Cain Wallace.
I'm Ricky Napier.
We're gonna have a beer today, first of all. Last week we did not have one, and this is Beers and Boards, so we gotta have some more beers and, you know, to equal out the amount of boards. We're gonna do some NFL game coverage, some fantasy, talk about some trades and some winners and some losers. We're gonna talk about our $1 parlay that we it wasn't good. And then you know, we're gonna review this beer we got here for you guys, and then we're gonna also talk about maybe some other bets. Hopefully those will be better than last week.
All right, let's get to it. We're going to start off with the beer of the week. This is Quaff ON's Oktoberfest.
Marzen Lager.
It's a Marzen Lager from Quaff ON.
Is it Quaff or Quaff?
Is it Quaff? Quaff? Quaff?
Queef?
Quaff? Okay, well, that sounds a little too close. So it's probably Quaff. Quaff ON. Like,
yeah, Quaff ON.
It's brewed in Brown County, Indiana, also known as Nashville, Indiana. And I guess we'll give you the first taste of what it tastes like, and we'll see how it is.
You can use mine or you can use that Mendoza.
Yeah, I got this one.
Crack
Stay
at the
true.
same time.
Sure. A little ASMR.
3, 2, 1. Love that sound.
All right. First off,
Taste. Yeah,
let's cheers to a successful podcast.
Hopefully a Colts dub.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually not bad.
Not bad at all.
I haven't had too many Oktoberfest beers, but it's not bad.
I like it.
All right. Probably be sipping on that while we
Yeah, we'll get back more
record
to
here
that
because
towards
I
the
don't
end.
like warm beer. So
Shouldn't have been worried. Been in the fridge forever.
what game are we talking about first this week?
We're going to get into NFL Week 2, which would be Bills versus Dolphins, which was the Thursday.
No, it was... Wait.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday night game.
You're right.
Yeah.
So should we get into the obvious with Tua?
I think for his own sake, he needs to retire. I mean, he's got a family.
As much, he's going to regret it down the line, but he's not going to. I mean...
In high school, though, think about it. In high school, the rule is 3 concussions and you're done.
Yeah, but you know how often people stick by that rule, Ricky, by experience.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. This is a professional league.
Exactly.
He's getting hit by grown men. He's going to go
he
brain
didn't get hit by a grown man with this time. He did it himself, which is even kind of more scary. But just him being a grown man, he's not going to let somebody else tell him how to live his life. You know, of course, he has his wife and his kids.
What would you do in that situation?
It's a tough situation. You know, the love of football. It's literally what's paying for your entire lifestyle right now. You've only been in the league 3 or 4 years. 4 years? Is that about 4 years? Either way, he hasn't been in the league very long. He's really good when he's healthy. He's got really good players.
He didn't start out really good against the Bills. First quarter, 2 picks that could have been prevented. One, he threw to, I forget who it was.
The Bills
hit him in the shoulder pads before he was even ready for the ball. And then the second one he threw, he overthrew everybody. Threw right to him.
We've seen what he can do, though.
He had a backup corner looking good.
But we've seen what he can do, is my point. Everybody has a bad game.
I do want to see something. Because I am curious. I forget when he got drafted.
It looks like
2020. So he's been in
4 years.
4 years. He's going on his 4th year now.
5th year.
This would be his 4th year. 2024 is his 4th year.
But look at how many years you see there, Rick?
This is 5th year, like I said.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, and last year apparently he bulked up to try to protect himself against those hits, and then apparently he lost weight again so he could be more nimble in the pocket. And I don't think that has anything to do with this. I think this is all his brain is kind of
That's the
turn
thing
into
about
mush here.
that. Well, that's the
But,
thing about
I
concussions.
mean, he's over here going full reach.
What- I don't know if we can use that word. You might have to bleep that
You might
word.
need to bleep that one out.
Whenever you got to think about this concussion wise.
You might
Speaking
wanna
from
put that clip from that movie in there. Swear to God, that'd be. Yeah.
He was a goddamn war hero. You know any war heroes? You went full man. Never go full
speaking when it comes to concussions. Speaking from
Experience.
experience, that's the word I was thinking. See, that's part of having concussions. But anyway, speaking from experience, once you get your first one, you are so
It's an exponential.
you just get them so easy.
It's an exponential damage to your brain. Mm-hmm. So like the first one's like 1%, but then like the next one's like 5%, and then 20%, and then the way, at least from my understanding, could be wrong. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I mean, it was a pretty good game at first until A-Chain kind of went off.
Well, he had to. He was going to
He
get all
had
the
to.
carries. Raheem Mostert out.
Yeah. And Jeff Wilson Jr. He didn't do much either. He was pretty bad. Jalen Wright is probably that number 2. I don't even think Jeff Wilson Jr. he doesn't even have any yards listed here. Which, I know we're going to touch more onto this later, but with the Tua situation, I'm not sure how much I trust having any Dolphins players on my fantasy. It might be a good time to sell some of those.
Well, yeah, Skylar Thompson looked like shit.
Yeah, it might be time to sell. If he retires, then definitely sell. I mean,
But regardless, it doesn't matter.
Tyreek Hill, man. Look, 3 receptions, 24 yards. These
That's
guys
what I was gonna say.
these guys are yak receivers. They're yard after catch receivers. Waddle did better than Hill, barely. I mean, still 10 yards a carry, or a catch. I mean, it was unfortunate. But I think I picked the Bills to win that game anyway.
I will say that for the Dolphins, that Skylar Thompson, when he did get in, he wanted to go to that Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu. Yeah, from he used
tight
to
end,
play
yes.
on the Titans.
And
I think he played on the Falcons.
but he looked really good.
Yeah, Jonnu Smith he's pretty good.
For you fantasy players, he might be a bench player that you might want to.
I think he might be available in a lot of leagues.
He's more than likely going to be.
Not dynasty leagues, but regular leagues.
He was in our dynasty league. I picked him up.
Yeah, but in really deep leagues, I mean, there's like nobody available. I think James Cook.
He eats.
Yeah, James Cook was this. I mean, it wasn't a big Josh Allen day. Once again, he had I think he only had about 9.
He didn't feel the pressure we had to, but also
But it's
Josh
the rest
Allen,
of the running game,
but also
and the defense.
Yeah.
Had a pick 6, I think, right?
But yes, but Josh Allen was dealing with. Oh, you're talking about when Tua threw the ball away and
yeah,
he didn't throw it away.
So Josh Allen didn't really have that opportunity to be on offense like that, but so he had a kind of a quiet day.
Josh Allen was playing a little bit more, in my mind, a little more safe because he was dealing with a hand injury. On his left hand, he was wearing that glove, and he had his 2 middle fingers taped together.
Yeah, broken
so
finger.
I imagine that,
Like Kobe.
I imagine that has part to do with why he didn't do his normal Josh Allen shit, but
It kind of
he still had a hell of a game.
pissed me off a little bit.
13 for 19.
Because I'm a holder of Dalton Kincaid, even though I gave you shit about him last
Okay,
year.
first off, I want to say something, but before you get started on this, Dalton Kincaid, I swear Josh Allen watched our podcast because it started out
He
fucking
threw him twice, 2 for 2.
2 for 2, and then didn't throw it to him again.
he got
and then
4 catches.
Then comes out at halftime, and his first target again is Dalton Kincaid, then doesn't throw him to him
Yeah.
again.
If he would, he could have been decent on fantasy, obviously.
Keon Coleman, I don't even think he got he didn't even get a target. He got a.
The guy I played in.
He had 1 target.
The guy I played in fantasy, Colin, started him over Curtis Samuel, and he got him a big old goose egg.
Well, Keon Coleman has
Sorry,
to get
Colin.
some targets. He has to get targets.
He does, but to be fair, Khalil Shakir, Mac Hollins, they're also gonna take some targets.
Yeah, but Matt Collins is on the back end of that.
And Curtis
Khalil
Samuel,
Shakir, yes.
Curtis Samuel's a veteran. He's somebody that Josh Allen can
Boy,
trust.
Curtis Samuel's got knees like me.
He might, but he don't this year.
Other than that,
Valdez
I really don't have much to say about that game. Actually,
No, I don't really have much else to say, to be honest.
the only thing that I got,
A little chilly. Got this register. Over
We
here.
basically touched everything. Poyer hitting Shakir. Jordan Poyer hitting Khalil Shakir. They called it. I forget what quarter it was in.
Oh,
but
was that
they
when
called it unnecessary roughness. It should not have been called.
Was that when?
This is a sissified league. That should not have ever
Was
been
that
called.
when he went to like had his momentum going towards him and he?
Yeah. He caught the ball.
but he dropped it.
He caught the ball, and Khalil Shakir is trying to make a play to keep him from getting the
Khalil-
completion.
not Khalil Shakir.
Jordan Poyer is
Yeah.
trying to hit Khalil Shakir to stop him from making the play, and they call unnecessary roughness. If I'm on defense and I have a chance to hit you when you're catching the ball? That's
It's the plays where you don't. I don't know if it's like the blind hits.
but this wasn't even that blind. That was a good.
No, and I get the ones where you're in the air and then like you get freaking, flipped.
Yeah, and it
I
wasn't
get
even like
those.
that. It wasn't.
But if it's
wasn't
you're
helmet to
jumping
helmet
in the air and you're stopped in midair, you're frozen right in time, and you get hit. That's on you as a receiver.
I mean, it was a good clean tackle.
Yeah, I think some of those plays are definitely overdone.
I'm gonna have to start having videos saved so we can just pull them up and show.
Yeah,
what
we
we're
could
talking
look
about.
up clips.
Jalen Wright looks good. Looks really good.
Yeah,
Obviously, Tua with the injury, but other than that, really don't. Third down conversions is where they were struggling.
you talking about rushing though, Jalen Wright? Because
Yes.
yeah, him on the rushing side looked decent.
Yes, he looked decent. So
What's
that
the,
one was Bills versus Dolphins. Bills ended up taking the W, 31-10, which I thought that was going to be my belt to ass game, and it's not. We got Colts versus Packers next.
Very, very low scoring, disappointing game in my opinion.
If you're a Colts fan.
Should have been a Colts win, especially with Jordan Love out. I get it. Malik Willis can scramble. He's an athletic guy, but when we recorded our last week's episode, I don't think we knew that we were going to be down two of our starting cornerbacks.
Grover
Buckner
DeForest Buckner
was
out.
going to be. He
was questionable, but then he ended up
I didn't know he was going to be nursing any
got re-injured.
injuries. And then he got re-injured.
Well, we were also under the impression that Josh Downs was going to play.
Yeah, Josh Downs didn't play, which could have been a big factor because A.D. Mitchell, man, he's a beastly route runner. I mean, I can't tell you how many times this guy has broken free, but the ones that
Catch the ball!
the ones that hit him, he hasn't caught. I think he has one reception. on the year.
Anthony Richardson hit him right in between the 1 and the 0.
But
and
if
he
you remember,
dropped
to
it.
be fair,
No, not to be
it's a
fair.
rookie.
No.
I get it.
It's
I'm
the
just-
NFL. You are
but look,
getting paid ridiculous
But
amount of
remember
money
what
to
people were
catch a ball.
saying about Alec Pierce last year. He had.
It
some of
wasn't
the-
about him dropping the ball.
Yeah, there were some. He dropped some. He dropped some passes he should have caught.
Well, Alec
And-
Pierce is looking like Anthony Richardson's number 1.
Yeah, he is. Definitely. He's got 3 touchdowns already, right?
Yeah, he had the touchdown.
He
in
had
this
2
game,
last
and he
week?
had 2 last week, so it's
Yep.
3. Yeah.
That was a quick and easy pickup.
And then
for me.
Anthony Richardson went to him on when we were trying to come back so we could make it take
Where
the lead. And
where has Michael Pittman been? What is going on? Is he just not open?
he actually got targeted. He got
a couple
he got
times,
some targets
but
this week.
Are the other? Is it that Alec Pierce and A.D. Mitchell are getting open faster?
Pittman was targeted 7 times. He only caught it 3.
Yeah.
But that's not on Pittman either. I mean, a lot of that is on foot. There was one where Pittman didn't even look like he tried, but
Well, do you think that he's losing some targets maybe because of how well that Alec Pierce is doing right now, and then also with A.D. Mitchell getting open and the way he has been? 'Cause
okay,
it looks like
I think in my opinion,
A.D. Mitchell has been getting open, like,
yeah, he's fast.
and
But
his routes are shifty.
and I do think it has something to do with it. I think Shane Steichen has changed up the playbook a little bit to where you got more routes that are designed for a faster guy. So you got Michael Pittman who can catch the ball, and he's great. Don't get me wrong, but he doesn't have the speed that you could have AD get wide open and with the
Yeah.
fucking arm strength that Richardson has, throw it 80 yards.
He's done that, and he's overthrown him 3 times. 2 of those would have been touchdowns.
We're talking about last week. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about it. We're talking about this week.
I know, but I'm saying in general, he's overthrown him a few times. I think he's maybe...
I don't say give up on him yet.
No, don't give up on him. The
don't-
people who are trying to give up on A.D. Mitchell, it's second game. He's a rookie. I'm not trying to make too many excuses for him. Maybe he's got some of the rookie jitters.
A.D. Mitchell had a horrible game. That's just.
Yeah,
I just
he
want
did.
to cut the A.D. Mitchell talk right there. He had a
did.
horrible game.
He had
That
one-
doesn't mean he's
one
trash.
catch, but he only had 4 targets. And his 1 catch was for 30 yards.
But out of those 4 targets, 2 of them hit him
But
square
think
in the
about that.
hands.
1 catch for 30 yards.
Yeah, I get it, but out of
That's-
4 catches,
Just saying the
out
potential
of 4
is still
targets, you only catch it once, and I know for sure 2 of them hit him in his hands.
there. Yeah. Well, he needs to catch those. That's why.
And then JT dropped the one that everybody's trying to say, oh, Anthony Richardson threw it just a tad bit too high. No.
Also, anybody who's giving shit to Anthony Richardson for some of these passes, there was a bad one by Alec Pierce. That wasn't his fault. I think he slipped on the cut, but it was right where he needed to be, and that was an easy first down. And that was way up there in the opposing territory.
But Gus Bradley needs to be gone. Jalen Jones needs to be gone.
I don't know what his identity with this defense is.
He's the defensive coordinator.
No, I'm saying our defense has no identity this year.
Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah.
week 1, we were like, oh, we might be good at getting to the quarterback. We were pressuring the quarterback good. It was non-existent.
I'm pretty sure last year we blitzed the least out of any team in the league. You gotta.
Probably. He's too safe.
You got it. This isn't fucking the old days. You got to put pressure on QBs.
And he did game 1. I'll give him that credit because we did get to CJ Stroud a lot. He extended plays himself. But week 2,
But that was our defensive line.
Week 2 and week 1, both weeks, we got trampled on the ground.
Listen, if you're blitzing last week,
Is it our linebackers? Are our linebackers not good anymore?
I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying that you have to
Franklin,
blitz.
Not going to
You cannot not put pressure on a
lead the
quarterback.
league in tackles again like he should.
You can't rely on your line to put all the pressure. You got to blitz. You got to help them out.
Right, of course. I agree.
Play me in college football and find out.
I agree. I just don't think we have an identity. We're not good at stopping the run. That used to be our identity. We were like one of the best defenses at stopping the run.
It didn't help that Josh Jacobs started out fucking on fire.
I mean, but I will say we picked it up in the second half on the run. It just sucked we were down. But if you think about it, he had 120 yards in 2 quarters, not even a whole half.
And why is JT not, when he's got 100-something yards, why is he not playing the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't understand why that happened. Maybe, did we not, what was like our total time holding the ball in that fourth quarter?
It doesn't matter. He didn't play at all in the fourth quarter.
I know. I don't understand. And also, I don't understand.
I don't care if we had 2 seconds left.
I don't understand why on 3rd and 1, we're not running it with JT or Anthony Richardson up the gut instead of this dead freaking pitch option play that just
It's a Trey Sermon.
looked out of sync. It didn't look. The spacing was off. The play calling was questionable.
It was a speed option, and it was off to the left.
Right, and then another play. I think we ran it on 3rd and 10 with Trey Sermon. I get you're trying to catch him off guard, but you don't. 3rd and 10 when you're down by 2 scores at that time, and you're gonna run the ball with Trey Sermon.
And you got someone like Anthony Richardson. You can put everybody on the go route and open up the field, and then Richardson could just run the 10 yards himself.
Yeah, there was just some questionable play calls. Shane Steichen, he needs to get. I still believe in Shane Steichen. I think he's a really good offensive coach. I just think we got to get it together. I mean, luckily it's only week 2. We can, we're not going to go undefeated. I get that. But those are games we got to win.
We need to start winning. You got to give Malik Willis his credit.
I did. I said.
For coming in as a backup quarterback, 6 rushes for 41 yards.
He only had two incompletions.
Yep, 122 yards.
It's not the most it's not the craziest game stat wise here.
It reminds me of Gardner Minshew, except for the running. He did better. Obviously, Gardner Minshew's not a.
He did. He 6 rushes for 41 yards, and they were big plays that we should have stopped. It seemed like anytime we would get like a decent stop on first down, there was almost like non-existent on 3rd downs. I felt like they were running all over us. But like I said, the second half, Josh Jacobs. I mean, considering he only ended with 151 and he had 120 in the first half, he only had 30 more rushing yards, give or take.
I didn't realize where you were going.
In the second half,
okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
We got it together, but you can't let them run that's just going to open up everything else for them. I will say, though, I'm still impressed with some of these receivers. So I thank Romeo Doubs, and it was a slow start for him. He did pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I do want to tag on that, too. Go ahead.
Scroll down a little bit here. I'm trying to see some of these other stat lines. Reed, he had a slower day, but last week he went off. Romeo Doubs, I don't know if he's that main guy or not. Do they not have Watson anymore?
No, Christian Watson. This is what I was going to touch on. Christian Watson played 0 targets.
Nothing.
0 targets.
They must not have needed him.
0 targets. I don't know if he's fucking Malik Willis's wife or what, but he got 0 targets.
Clearly, they didn't need him. I doubt we were covering him
I
that
had him
well.
getting 70 yards.
I doubt we were covering him that well.
I had him getting 70 yards, and he doesn't get one target. You know how pissed off I was?
And I don't want us to come off as Colts haters. I don't want people to think that because I bleed blue over here, you know.
It's a sports podcast. We're not going to be biased.
Right.
We have our opinions. I mean,
I like to see us win. I like to see us win. And I'm not calling for the firing of all these people like everybody else. I'm tired of seeing people post about
Gus
Ballard.
Bradley does need to be fired.
I'm tired of seeing people talk about Ballard, though. It's
Greg
annoying.
or
It's
Chris
annoying.
Ballard, whatever the fuck his name is, the GM.
Yeah.
He did a good job. I think he did a good job in the draft this year.
Anytime anything happens, anytime anybody else gets picked up on another team in our conference or in our division, fire Ballard. Kill it, dude. Dead it. Anyway.
How about you back your team?
On to the
Anyways,
Chiefs and
Packers.
Bengals.
Packers beat the Colts.
Yeah.
16-10.
Yeah, they
Colts
still,
are now
they still
0-2.
had a chance if they scored. They still had a chance. You got to look at it that way. One score game.
So now we're going to go on to the Chiefs and Bengals game, which I was.
Do you want to talk
was
about
a-
that one, or the Saints game and Cowboys game was before that?
I'm saving the Saints
Okay,
game.
you wanna
I'm saving
I
the
gotcha.
Saints game.
I gotcha. It
Bengals Chiefs.
was a good game. You want to know a stat line that they said when I was watching that game? They said every single one
Do I
of
not see it anywhere?
every single one of those games has been decided within 3 points.
Yes. Well, the thing about it is Joe Burrow. There's only 2 or 3 quarterbacks that have beat Patrick Mahomes 3 times. Joe Burrow's one of them.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is a hell of a quarterback. Did you see him and Jamar Chase getting into it?
No.
Oh my
But
goodness.
That just happens.
No, it was bad.
They'll be all right.
Well, Jamar Chase turned down it was like a $150 million
I saw.
deal.
I saw.
So he might not be with the Bengals for too much longer.
I talked to a pretty big Bengals fan about that over on Sunday before the game, and I asked him if he thought he was leaving, and he said no. He said he was just trying to get an extension before his rookie contract was up, and they weren't trying to do that.
Well,
So we'll
Mahomes
see.
wins again.
Butker wins.
Butker wins. Taylor Swift wins.
No, I wouldn't even say that because Kelsey is
It doesn't
still
matter. Taylor
a
Swift.
no-show.
Taylor Swift, as long as she's at the game, Kelsey's a no-show.
Kelsey.
It's like a Taylor Swift curse. I will not be betting.
Kelsey is fantasy-wise. I don't know if he's somebody we can rely on anymore.
Yeah, if you got
man.
Travis Kelsey, you might want to
Figure out a way to make a trade get rid
before
of
people
him.
realize. But we'll get back on that on fantasy.
Um,
Cincinnati Bengals versus Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead, which is always a tough game. It was a great game. Started out real
was a fun
defensive.
game. It was a
Started
fun
out
game.
real defensive.
I knew it was going to be a gunslinging show.
And it got real chippy real quick.
Yeah.
They do not like each other.
No, it's a good game though, man. I like that game. Zach Moss. Yeah, I think they need a better running back, to be honest. He was really good I liked him on the Colts, but he wasn't a starter, and he's never really. I don't think he's a starting caliber running back, to be honest. Letting Joe Mixon go for him was just kind of crazy, in my opinion. I don't know how that deal happened, but I'm just gonna let that.
Well, Patrick Mahomes made a lot of mistakes that game too.
He did.
He gave him the game.
Big game for Pacheco. Again, pretty good game for Rashee Rice. And the kicker.
All right. Yes, I know. I wasn't going to look any plays up this week. Hold on. I do want to show this play right here. By Cam Taylor Britt. This interception. Please look at this play.
Ooh, yeah, that was nasty.
Best interception of the season already.
That was nasty. That
Xavier Worthy.
was nasty.
Oh,
Is that Mahomes' fault though?
Yes, he
No.
underthrew him. You want to watch it again?
I'm just saying when somebody goes up and makes a play like that,
That is underthrown to the. Why is it not?
it was slightly underthrown.
No, that's more than slightly. Watch.
I mean,
Xavier Worthy
he had
could
to
burn
slow
him.
down. You're right. He had to
Xavier
slow
Worthy
down.
would burn him. Look at this. That's underthrown.
He had to slow down.
Honestly, that's just great defense. The pass should never
It
been made.
is. It is.
That's what it is. But I had to bring that up. I know I wasn't going to bring videos up, but that one I was impressed with.
I was impressed with Mike Gesicki though.
Yes!
He was big.
That boy was getting targeted.
He was 91 yards. If he would have had a touchdown, that would have been.
He missed. He
solid.
dropped 2 of his passes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even consider dropped. I would say passes that shouldn't have been thrown his way. But 7 for 9, 91 yards. 37 longest for the averaging 13.
It was the most targeted.
You
receiver.
cannot let that happen if you're playing against somebody like that.
He's a big boy too.
And then rookie Jermaine Burton,
And then
he had a hell of a game.
you want to know what's the funny thing here though, and I know my brother Gage over here got saved by this. This man Andre Iosovas, only 2 catches for 7 yards and 2 touchdowns.
You don't have to.
You gotta be no, but I'm saying if you played against him, you gotta be a little upset.
That's why when you're betting on these and you pick,
You gotta be upset.
when you're betting on these and you're throwing these anytime touchdown bets out there, don't always go for the big names.
No, for sure. And I mean, look, Jamar Chase, and he had 5 targets.
Yeah, but think about it this way: you get Bengals down the red zone. Jamar Chase the eyes are gonna be on him. The eyes are gonna be on Mike. The eyes are gonna be on Burton.
So, you want me to? One thing, and it's gonna probably be talked about more this year once they start to realize how much they miss him. But where's T. Higgins? Is he still not playing? They messed up by not signing.
I'm not sure where he was.
Because that duo.
Because I wanted him to come.
Really, it was a trio. They had him and Boyd and Chase, and they were pretty dominant. Yeah, I think he's just injured. He's just on a.
Oh, I guess he still is.
Yeah, but there was a big thing with his contract.
It was Tyler Boyd that left.
Boyd, I liked Boyd too. Boyd, you can let go, but I liked Boyd.
Other than that, it was your basic Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes. Who's going to throw the ball to who's going to get the open man. But
Shootout.
I do want to say
A little shootout.
Joe Burrow, 107 more yards passing. Jeez, Joe Burrow, he threw the ball 36 times.
No picks though.
Mahomes, 2 picks, 25 attempts, 18
touchdowns.
catches, 2 touchdowns.
I mean, it's looking like Burrow's a little better than Mahomes right now.
Yeah.
At least in this game.
Well, that game, I want to say something. But other than that, that's all I really care about talking about on that game.
What we got next now? The Saints, Cowboys. Is that the big one?
No, not yet. I don't think so. But Bengals
I think that was next.
Bengals end up losing to a last-second field goal to the Chiefs, 26-25. But that last drive was great by the Chiefs to get the ball into field goal range. They're going to get it again for me. This is the belt-to-ass game. Saints bending over them cowgirls and tearing that ass up.
I have to apologize to Eric because he's a Cowboys fan.
I don't care.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
And you said I was crazy last week. You said I was crazy for thinking that the Saints was going to beat the Cowgirls in Dallas.
I didn't think they were going to beat them that bad. I'll tell you that.
44-19. Derek Carr's that man.
I didn't think they were going to beat them.
Oh, Alvin Kamara is back, baby. Baby.
Goofy
He's
ass.
back. Alvin Kamara, 20 carries, 115 yards, 3 touchdowns. Stop him. Derek Carr only attempts 16 passes, completes 11 of them. That's 243 yards on 11 passes. Come on now, 2 TDs. Yeah. Come on now.
Derek Carr was cooking. He was cooking. Can't take that.
Everyone that wants to say Derek Carr's a crybaby.
He kind of. He still kind of is, but.
Find me rooting for Nola here soon. But
yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else to look for outside of. No, I'm saying.
Look at the difference. Chris Olave didn't do shit last week. Look at this. Look at the receiving core. Derek Carr. Derek Carr throwing to Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, all over 50 yards.
You didn't let me finish. I was going to say on the rushing side, outside of Kamara and then Jamal Williams coming in for garbage duty, there wasn't really much to look for from anyone else. I mean, 20 carries, 115 yards, and 3 touchdowns. How many more times is he going to have these multiple touchdown days? Kamara is a dog. I'd be scared.
Look, Dak Prescott had a good game, too.
He really didn't have a bad game. He
27 for 39.
The 2 picks, he needs, but almost 300 yards. I mean,
yeah.
The 2 picks, he can't be throwing those picks. The Saints D was pretty nasty.
And he threw the ball around. Look at the
CeeDee Lamb.
4 receptions, 90 yards.
That's the only
Tolbert, 6 receptions, 82 yards. Luke Schoonmaker.
Schoon.
There's an N in there.
That's what I said.
I don't even know who that is. I think I just got one of his cards.
I think he's a tight end.
But
Sounds
6
like
for
a tight
43.
End. If he's not, you should be
Rico
a tight end.
Dowdle, 4 for 29.
He's a running back.
You got to get Brandon Cooks the ball more than twice. Brandon Cooks has to get the ball more than twice.
He does. He does.
You want to finish strong, you got to have him getting... But anyways, that's my belt-to-ass game of the week. 2 weeks in a row. NOLA. Saints beat the Cowgirls 44-19.
Let's talk about some predictions for tonight.
I think Eagles pull it off. It's in Atlanta, right?
Not sure.
It's in Atlanta. I'm pretty
Looks
sure.
like it says at Eagles. So
Where do you say at Eagles? Yeah, no, it's in Philly. So yeah, Eagles are definitely more like. Last time I said definitely.
Penix Jr. That's an improvement at quarterback. So
We're talking about them versus Philly. Philly's always got a good defense. They got a really good run-stopping defense. So it might be hard for Bijan and Algier and all them to get
Kirk
open.
Cousins is pretty nasty with the slinging the pill. So
Kirk Cousins is hit or miss. That's my way. He hits more than he misses.
yeah, he's had some legendary games.
I think it's
But
gonna
he's
be.
also not throwing anybody like Justin Jefferson.
I think the Falcons, they end up being more balanced. They have a balanced game between the rush and the rushing and passing. But I think the Eagles dominate the ground game.
I'm looking for a big game from Kyle Pitts because he was supposed to be the most dominant tight end like out of college. He's supposed to hit such a huge player for that team, and maybe blame the quarterback, blame them kind of rebuilding there. But it seems like they have a better team than they've had in the past few years. I think Kyle Pitts has a big game. I still think the Eagles win. They haven't really been using Bijan Robinson very well, to be honest. It seems like, from what I heard and what I've watched, Tyler Algier has been the better rusher.
Last year, they passed him the ball. He's really good out of the back.
I just don't understand why they haven't.
They had Cordero Patterson, too. I don't know where
Bijan
Cordero
as much
Patterson-
as they should.
Well, that's why that coach got fired last year. Bijan, they didn't use it right. The Falcons have a chance to be a really, really good team.
Yeah.
But I just think the Eagles are too much for them right now.
Yeah. We'll see if they get that tush push going this year.
Yeah.
All right.
But other than that, I do want to talk about, if you guys watched the whole thing, we picked each game who we thought was going to win. Kane got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Out of 14 games,
I only got 5.
Kane got 5 right. Now, me, on the other hand,
You still did bad.
out of 14 games, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right.
Oh.
Still bad, but better than
we
you.
were bad.
But better than you.
We'll see. We'll see this week.
We're going to do that again. You want to go ahead and get that out of the way?
You want to do that before the fantasy? Talking about fantasy?
I think we just knocked this out of the way.
All right.
I think we knocked this out of the way. So let me get a reset. Kane, do a dance or something to distract everybody.
The sky.
We got to give Dylan some clips to cut for a new TikTok.
Dylan. Buy me choke over there.
Dylan's our producer, guys. Production. He edits, records. Shout out to him. DylanInIndy on YouTube.
You want to see some clips for the TikTok? Just pull up that Purdue got built in.
Ooh, yeah. I see you skipped college this week. I see you skipped college this week. There's a couple things I want to talk about in college while you're looking this up.
I'm not looking nothing up. I'm just typing.
Or typing. So yeah, Purdue got their ass stomped by Notre Dame, but we kind of knew that was going to happen. I know you didn't want it to happen, but this is why the Big Ten, these teams like Purdue, can't compete with teams like Notre Dame.
They could definitely compete. Notre Dame was coming off.
I mean, look at that scoreboard.
Notre Dame was coming off getting their asses. Notre Dame was coming off of getting their asses handed to them.
How many national?
Notre Dame was coming off getting their asses handed to them. They had a fire under their ass. Purdue was hype after beating ISU 44-0, and so they came in thinking their shit didn't stink, and it showed. And Brian Urlacher's son, who plays for Notre Dame, is a middle linebacker, Kenny Urlacher.
So,
He's a fucking monster. He shit on us. That's all there is
but
to
the
it.
program overall, Notre Dame is it's just like I'm gonna
Because
give. But listen, hold on.
Purdue can't get recruits because they already said they're
I'm
not
gonna
into
give-
the
I'm gonna
NIL
give
deal shit.
Purdue beats Notre Dame every time in basketball. Notre Dame beats Purdue every time in football. It's just the program. Get with it.
Boiler up, hammer down.
There you go. There's a clip for you.
Boiler up, hammer down.
We kind of touched on this last week. Two other games I want to talk about. IU. I know you hate it. IU looked nice.
IU, no, yeah, I was. I don't hate it. It looked good.
Nice.
I thought they were just flukes for completely shitting on the two note names. They looked really good. They made UCLA their bitch.
That Purdue IU game is going to be fun to watch. So I won't talk too much.
Don't
about
count
it, but
Purdue out yet.
I'm not.
Don't count Purdue out yet.
Other game I want to talk about. That Texas game.
Arch Manning coming in and
5 touchdowns, 4 passing, 1 rushing.
that boy Quinn Ewers might be out of a job.
Already true freshman.
Quinn Ewers might be out of a job.
True freshman.
Did you see Peyton Manning?
What? So
Did you
why-
see Peyton Manning tweeted that the speed skipped a couple of
Oh,
generations?
for sure. And he juked. You see him juke,
He
buddy?
was nasty.
Oh,
You could
boy.
just put a whole fucking Arch Manning highlight clip up.
So the passing genes are still there, but the other shit, no, that's all.
He
Arch
gets that
right
from
there.
his dad.
Cooper was a beast. He was a receiver.
Exactly. A lot of
So-
people don't know about Cooper because
Yeah.
he got injured.
So, and he was also shorter than Peyton and Eli.
Yep.
Um,
Had a shorter head too.
but that didn't skip generations either. He still got that big ass forehead.
Yeah.
So, the other thing, why was he even playing?
Quinn Ewers got hurt.
So that's what happens.
Quinn Ewers got injured. Quinn Ewers is still
The question is,
Good.
do you think he is good? But with a game like that, now who did they play? Was it really impressive, or was it just impressive because that was his first start? Or first play, not start, but first. Were they playing a really good team? I don't know.
I don't remember who they were playing.
Again, I'm not the most knowledgeable college guy here. Do you think they?
Oh yeah, they played UTSA. They're trash, but it takes a good.
So do you think they're gonna go back to Ewers when he's healthy?
Yeah, Quinn Ewers is going to definitely start.
still
when
gonna
he
be the
comes back.
starter.
Yes.
But the future of that Texas team is in Arch Manning's hands.
Yeah. Like I told you,
1000%.
last week you were like, oh, it was an upset. Michigan, they beat Michigan. I told you, Texas is not a team to sleep on ever.
That man Golden can run some routes.
And Isaiah Bond.
And Bond.
Bond's fast as fuck.
They got a nice team. But dude, that other team, that's why I'm like, are they bad? Because did you see that pass he had that Arch had? Boy, there was a
Wide open.
Dude was like 40 yards behind everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if they thought backup quarterbacks coming in they're gonna try to run.
you don't sleep on Manning. Sorry,
But-
you don't sleep on Manning.
Anyways, back to this next week.
All right,
All right,
let's talk
we
about
got-
this big parlay.
This isn't the
Or
part.
no, it's not the parlay.
This is
the
just
picks.
us.
These are the picks.
Yes. So right now I'm beating you. I got 1 week on top of you.
Okay.
So my record's 1-0. Yours is 0-1.
So you're first this week, or me first this week.
I'm a winner.
Go ahead.
Anyways, so Patriots versus Jets.
We'll do them side by side. How
We're
about
gonna,
that?
yeah.
So
You go first. Go ahead.
No, you won. So you're first.
Okay. Jets versus Patriots. The home field advantage isn't even existent here
No, not really.
because it's a couple hour drive for either person. But anyways, I'm going Jets.
Is it in New England?
It's in New York,
Okay.
but which is really in New Jersey.
I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go New England. I was right on this one last week, or this week.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go Patriots.
that's a difference already. Then Sunday we got Chargers versus Steelers. Both 2-0.
This is the one to watch though, and I'll explain why when it's my turn.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
I want to go Chargers, and I think I will, but it's not as easy as maybe you said it because Herbert is hurt. Herbert went out. I think he got carted off, if I'm not mistaken. He went out. He definitely did not finish that game. But they ran the fuck all over. They ran the ball like crazy that game. And dude from the J.K. Dobbins, he went off. Both of those Ravens running backs that they got, that's a nice duo. They fit really well in LA.
So who are you
I'm
going?
gonna go Chargers, but it's not. I'm gonna say it's Chargers, but it's close.
I never said it wasn't close. Houston, Minnesota. Another 2 teams, 2-0.
I know who I'm picking on this game.
I'm not going Texans.
Me neither. I'm going Minnesota.
Yep.
That defense is looking solid.
Yes, sir.
That defense is looking solid.
And Jay Jetta still looks like Jay Jetta.
I heard he was hurt, though. We need to look at that. Huh? Questionable? Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry about it too much.
We got our, sideline fact checker over there.
Yeah. And then we got
Philly, New Orleans. Ooh.
Philly, New Orleans. New Orleans on a roll. It's going to be another belt to ass week for the Saints.
Nah,
Let's go.
I'm taking the Eagles. I'm sorry.
Saints. Put the hyphen next to it. Belt to ass. Go ahead and do that for me.
Go ahead and put me down for the Eagles.
Then we got the Broncos versus the Buccaneers. Can Bo Nix and his Broncos get out of this slump?
It's 0-2. I mean, I wouldn't start it calling it a slump
It's
yet.
a slump. Bo Nix had
first
some
game,
bad passes
he
that
did.
last game. In the red zone, throwing an interception in the back of the fucking end zone. Can't do that.
No.
So I'm losing faith in Denver. I'm going Buccaneers with the.
I'm going to go Bucks, too, though.
I'm going Buccaneers
Bucks.
with Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield's been playing pretty good, though he did get sacked quite a bit last week.
He still pulled the dub out.
He did. So I'm going Bucks as well.
Then we got Green Bay versus Tennessee.
Ooh.
Will Levis, another one struggling.
Malik Willis' old team.
Mm-hmm. But will Jordan Love be back?
No.
It was a sprained MCL.
No.
Okay, so who you think?
I'm going Green Bay because I think so. Tennessee, yeah, they played pretty competitive football. They didn't lose big by any means, but I'm going Green Bay because the way that Josh Jacobs was running that ball, Tennessee don't got a very good run defense.
I'm agree with you, Packers. We're going cheese headed up. And then we got the Giants versus
This
Cleveland.
might be the worst game of the week.
We got Giants versus the Browns in Cleveland. The Giants couldn't beat fucking Speedway High School, so I'm going Browns.
I don't know, man. Malik Neighbors was turning up that game.
Malik Neighbors did go nuts.
I'm gonna say Giants.
We got a lot of difference.
Say Giants.
A lot of differences.
We got 3.
All right, now we go on to
Indy, Chicago.
Indy versus Chicago. Caleb Williams looks like absolute garbage, and I couldn't be happier.
He don't look any better than Justin Fields did on that team. If anything,
Justin Fields looked way better.
Looked better.
Smarter plays.
He could run the ball better. He could scramble better.
I'm going Colts.
We need one. I'm going Colts.
I don't see us, and it's at home. I just
We need one, and we're gonna have that. We're gonna have that fire under our ass. Call it bias
Exactly.
if you want. I'm going Colts.
I'm going Colts. I will leave this off my betting slip though. This game.
If anything on that, pick the over or under.
Carolina, Las Vegas. That boy. Hold on. Time out. We got to go back and touch on that. We didn't touch on
We can touch
this.
about it a little bit right now.
Aiden,
Bryce Young got dropped or
Not-
got benched.
not Aiden O'Connell. Gardner Minshew tearing it up with Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
Well, boy, looks good.
and Brock Bowers.
And Brock Bowers. Yes,
Bowers.
Brock Bowers wants nuts. I bet you're shitty you traded him now.
Yeah, pretty much gave him away for free. To be fair, I picked a player that I wanted to stash away. I didn't think he was going to play much this year, but I think he's going to be good.
Well, I'm going Raiders.
Yeah. I don't think Andy Dalton is going to...
You going Raiders too?
Yeah, I'm going Raiders.
All right.
Mania. Adam Thielen. Who do they have?
Well, they traded DJ Moore to the Bears, and they should have kept him. That was a dumb decision.
Who do they... Jonathan Mingo? Miles Sanders? I mean, come on, man. This is they're going to have the number 1 overall pick again next year.
Them are the Giants.
I think they are.
One of
Because they benched Bryce Young, which was stupid in my opinion. You got to let the guy play and get better.
Bryce
You're gonna
Young
lose
is
anyway.
dog shit.
He's not on the right team. I think he's better than...
Bryce Young is dog shit.
We'll agree to disagree. I don't think he's
I-
terrible. I think he's
could
as
do-
bad as he looks.
I could do better than Bryce.
He just doesn't have anybody... Like I said, who does he have
I
on
could
his
put
team?
together a team out here and beat Carolina.
Okay. I do think they're the worst team in the league, though. I think the Giants are better.
All right. Next, we got Dolphins versus Seattle. Seattle is going to shit on them because
No Tua.
Skylar Thompson is not a quarterback.
No Tua, Seattle. Even if Kenneth Walker ain't playing, Charbonnet was a dog. I'm glad I still got him on my team.
It doesn't matter. Skylar Thompson isn't a quarterback. He needs to be sent on somewhere else. Then we got the
Wildcat.
Ravens.
That might actually work with him, to be honest.
Yeah,
There's
he's
a
fast.
Wildcat
He's fast.
With Waddles and Hill.
Well, you could run Wildcat with
Or any of the running backs.
You could keep
A-Chain.
Skylar Thompson can run the ball. He
They'll
he
turn
can't throw.
It'll be one-dimensional. It's
Anyways, we got
Baltimore, Dallas.
Ravens and the
That's
Cowgirls.
a surprising 0-2 to me.
Yes.
Very surprising.
Ravens 0-2. Yeah.
But I think they beat the Cowboys.
Ravens are definitely beating the
I think they beat
Cowgirls.
the Cowboys.
Quit calling them the Cowboys. You're giving them too much respect. Did you not see what fucking the Saints just put to their ass? It's a whole lot of belt.
Talk about that most paid quarterback in the NFL.
Waste of money.
I'm surprised they kept him. But good quarterback's hard to find though. Dak's better than any other quarterback than anybody else that would be able to be picked up. So
Then we got Lions versus Cardinals.
Marvin Harrison Jr. with his coming out party.
Is he going to have another game like that?
Maybe. I don't think that Detroit defense with the I don't know, man. He's faster. He runs really good routes. As far as that goes, he's better than his dad as far as the routes and the speed. The hands is where Marvin Harrison Sr. has the advantage, but Marvin Harrison Jr. ain't a slouch. So if Kyler Murray, he was running the ball himself. That dude's fast. I'm going to go Arizona. I have to. After not picking them this week and losing that, I'm going Arizona.
The only reason why I'm going to agree with you and go with the Cardinals is because I'm not sure if Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be playing.
And James Conner had a good game. Cardinals have a solid team.
What I tell you last week, the Cards have a football
They
team
have a
again.
solid team.
They have a football team again. Next game we got the 49ers versus the Rams.
It's going to be kind of underwhelming. These teams were like the superpowers last few years. Got some injuries. No McCaffrey. I don't know if there's going to be a Cooper Kupp this week. I still say the Rams. I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that. I'm going to go 49ers because I think Kittle had a big game, and I think Debo's going to have a big game.
And I agree.
So I'm going to change that.
I'm going 49ers.
And they don't have Puka. They don't have Cooper Kupp, maybe. He's questionable.
Kansas City versus Atlanta.
That's Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City. Seriously, what are we doing here?
I'm glad we could agree on one.
And then we go Monday night, which is Jacksonville, Buffalo.
We don't do Monday night because
do it now.
because when we film,
Oh yeah, true.
this should already be done.
So you know it's gonna be Buffalo.
Yeah, Jacksonville looks like absolute shit.
We might as well just say that now.
I got that out the way.
Now we do the parlay. Is there anybody that you're big on getting rid of? I mentioned earlier, maybe if you can get some good value, some multiple player deals out of some Dolphins players.
And if you're in a dynasty, I say you need to part ways with Travis Kelce. Draft picks, players.
Yeah, definitely Kelsey.
But if you have Kelce, you're probably in the.
It might be worth even getting rid of Tyreek Hill. Definitely Waddle. These guys might be worth trading.
Yep.
If you can get some good value. Like if you can get like someone like a Marvin Harrison Jr. Or a Malik Neighbors. Some people with some good upside.
Well, here we go right here. Last week we had Alvin Kamara, 44 points.
Yeah.
Most.
Come on. He does it.
Devion Achney, 29 and a half.
What was that?
Achney.
Devon A-Chain.
Whatever the fuck his name is, it's weird. It's another weird one. Marvin Harrison Jr., 29 points. Fucking DK Metcalf, 28.9.
Yeah.
You called DK Metcalf
I don't think
DJ.
I called him DJ.
You definitely did.
I said DK. I just got braces, bro. You just couldn't understand me.
Malik Neighbors, another fucking.
He popped off.
Kyler Murray, top quarterback last week.
James Cook popped off.
Nico Collins.
He's going to be solid all year. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you could trade Tyreek Hill or somebody like that for somebody like Nico Collins, who you would think would not be a better receiver, but close.
If you can get Derek Carr.
If you can
put Derek Carr on your bench, that's a good person to pick up. I would almost rather have Derek Carr over Patrick Mahomes.
I'm trading Mahomes.
I would try.
Let's talk about that trade that I'm making that's been accepted. What do you think?
Have I not approved it yet?
Maybe not. What do you think of this deal, though?
Let me look at it. Hold on.
I think it's a good deal. And I talked about this last week.
Okay, so here we go.
Talked about it last week. I told you guys I was wanting to maybe thinking about shipping away Patrick Mahomes
So you're giving
while he has value.
You're getting rid of Patrick Mahomes for Trevor Lawrence, Isaiah Pacheco, and a third-round pick.
Yeah.
I think the third-round pick's a little low. You got to have first or second in that, in my opinion. But Trevor Lawrence,
He's good. He's good.
he's been iffy this week. What did he get last week? How
13
many
points.
Okay.
He's salvageable. It compared to
Pacheco, though, I don't know what your team has in the running back game.
I have Ramondre Stevenson, and I have Joe Mixon. Those are my best 2 running backs. Mixon had an ankle issue with that hip drop
Isaiah
tackle.
Pacheco. That's 3 strong running backs.
It's a 3. You need a running backs in a dynasty.
You got it. I'll tell you what. You did.
I would have done a second. I wanted a second. It's probably a little too much, to be honest.
Brock Bowers, if you can get Brock Bowers, I think he's...
I just traded Brock
Not
Bowers.
you.
Oh.
I'm saying in general.
Yeah,
if you can figure out a way to get Brock Bowers, I think that's a good play, dynasty-wise.
So Hunter Henry had a good game, huh? Wow. Who would have thought after I dropped him?
Me?
Did you pick him up?
No, I almost did. But someone else beat me to it.
Did they really?
Mm-hmm.
Fuckers.
But
Who picked him up?
Let's find out.
I want to know who did that. You fucking cocksucker.
I think it was one of those guys that we don't know. The 2 players, the 2 people in our fantasy that we actually don't know. Oh, nobody did pick him up.
He's on waivers.
When was the last time
I had him because I just dropped him. Just recently.
Oh, yeah. You dropped him on the 11th.
And then he fucking blew up. That's crazy. Yeah. Well.
And you took him in on a trade.
Yeah, I know.
And you dropped him.
I know.
It might as well not even try to take him as
It wasn't my smartest move.
Whatever. Anyways. Do you got anything else you want to touch on in fantasy? Because right now it's still early about dropping people. I mean, I do agree with trying to trade off Travis Kelce.
And I think some Dolphins players, again. I think if you can get value...
Not their running backs.
No, not their running backs, but some receivers.
Quentin Johnson, he's another receiver.
Tight ends, obviously. How did Mark Andrews do?
Mark Andrews had a couple plays.
Piss poor again. He's not where he should be.
He's not even in...
No.
Yeah, Mike came up. Where you at, boy?
He's not even in there.
Jesus, hold on. Let's go to tight ends. I'm curious.
So, Mark Andrews, if you got him, get rid of him. It's almost
Mark Andrews.
Who the fuck is Brenton Strange? I never heard of that guy. Hey, Shoemaker was a fucking tight end. Okay, I was right. Jonnu Smith.
Like I brought up earlier.
Jasicki. Those were some good people to pick up.
Trey McBride making a comeback with Arizona. He was good once upon a time.
Maybe I try to snag Hunter Henry back. Maybe that was a dumb play for me. Maybe I try to pick him back up. Either way, Zach Ertz. I'm surprised he actually had a 10-point game. I thought he was done.
Anything under 10 points from a tight end's tough.
I thought he was done. I thought Zach Ertz was. Thought he was just washed. He was pretty good a few years ago. Any sleepers? Anybody you think that's going to be good that you want to invest in early? I know I got somebody.
That receiver for the Bengals. The name I can't pronounce.
Iosova. He sounds Russian as fuck, first of all. I don't know if he is, but Andre Iosova?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he looked solid. I mean, he had the 2 touchdowns, but it wasn't even 10 yards, so maybe it was a lucky game. I still say, even though he was out, he didn't play. I think it's Devon Vele on the Broncos. He's a rookie. He took Tim Patrick's spot. He's the reason they dropped Tim Patrick. But he was out with a rib injury. He went off last week. He didn't do that. He didn't play this week. I think he's somebody he was available for free in my league. I didn't have to clear waivers, nothing. He might be available in a lot of leagues. Might be worth picking up.
If Christian Watson goes another week with 0 points or less than 10,
worth getting rid of too.
He's worth getting rid of, and that's somebody I have. So don't talk about that either. But anyways,
are you 0-2?
Yes, I'm 0-2 this week.
You went from being the almost the best team last year.
Mm-hmm.
Was it you and Gage?
Well, it was me. It was me and him throughout the whole season. We were.
Yeah. So you starting out 0-2 finally. I'm starting out 2-0, which is nice.
And then I'm in 2 other leagues where
I want to talk about this though real quick because I know Colin is gonna be shitty because I said, "Oh damn, I just squeaked one by," and he goes, "Yeah, you'll probably win, but why are you trying to jinx yourself?" I almost jinxed myself, bro. Joe Mixon went out for it didn't come back until the 3rd quarter. Ran the ball 3 more times. Got me 1 more point, and that's all I needed to beat Colin by 0.08 points.
I know he should.
0.08. That was some. I know he.
We gotta have him.
BS.
We gotta have him on the podcast.
I don't want to hear about the Bills that much, but okay.
But
we'll have him
I think it's a good.
I think Colin's smart with football, but I don't know. After him starting,
Who'd he start?
On the Bengals, the guy gave him a goose egg over Ridley. That's not smart, Colin.
Anyways.
Do better.
Off of fantasy, we're going to go on a little bit of betting here.
Parlay. All right. Hopefully we do better this week.
All right. So I'm going to just show y'all the bet that we made last week.
Good Lord.
We'll show you guys how it did. Once again, Dylan, you have to cut this part out because I don't want them seeing my login information. And we're back. After our break from our sponsor, Nobody.
If you want to sponsor us, beer companies, we're open.
Yeah.
We'll review your beer.
This was it. It was $5 bet.
Holy hell! I thought it was a $1 bet.
No, I put 5 on it because I had 5 in my account. It's so bad they didn't even want me to pull it up. There it goes. All right. We got put out.
Dude. Okay.
We got put out the very first fucking game.
But how close were we though?
If Tua wouldn't have got injured, they'd have scored there, and we would have hit that.
4 points.
We took.
It was 4 points, right?
Yep.
We lost by 4 points.
And that was your pick, so you got us out the very first game.
But then you got us out.
Then I got the very next one. Yeah, I took Jacksonville over Cleveland.
I would have too, though. To be fair.
And then we hit two.
We were right there. I was right on that Patriots Seahawks.
And I was right on his Saints putting belt to ass.
But that was the over. I picked the over.
I took Saints, and then you took Baltimore's covering 10-point spread.
Yeah, I don't want to do the spread no more. I think I'm better at the over-unders. I don't.
Well, you lost that one for us too.
Yeah.
I was right about Washington Commanders covering the spread.
We both picked that one.
You were right about the Chargers.
Yep.
I was wrong about the Colts game being
Over.
a total of 41 points, and it wasn't.
What was it? Oh, it was 26.
Yeah, something.
10 to 16.
10 to 16. Yep, that's it. And then we were right about
Under 50.
the under 50 on the Tampa.
Over 49. We were right about that.
So we hit 1,
We hit some hard
2,
ones, to be honest.
3,
The ones we
4,
lost.
5, 6, 7. 7 out of the 13. So
That's
it's
not
damn near
bad.
50%.
It's not terrible. That's not terrible.
Not horrible.
If you think of, we lost this one.
Jacksonville
because-
should have won.
We lost this one because of an injury.
That one should have hit. That one should have hit.
The Ravens
Baltimore
game-
should have hit. The Raiders shouldn't have beat them, but they
Yeah.
did.
That game, we just lost.
The
that.
Colts game, I thought that was going to be way higher scoring than that.
I definitely did too.
Bengals, Chiefs.
I thought that was going to be a higher scoring game.
Yep.
And actually, we were close on that. It was 24 to 23.
And
So
then,
we lost that by 1 point.
and then really the only one we truly should have
1.5
missed
points.
was this one right here. So we should have lost by 1. We
Yeah.
really should have lost by 1.
Yeah.
We should have been 12 for 13.
We lost, dude. We literally had 47 points on that game. And if not, if it wasn't 47, it was 48, and we lost by that half point.
So you ready to do it again?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, hold on. Let me add funds.
Game just started.
Dylan, don't show nobody this. These are secrets.
Holy fuck! How many cards you got on this bitch?
Well, I've been betting forever. They expire.
God damn. They didn't expire. Not one of
no,
them
I
cards
had-
is expired, bud.
I had to delete some of them because fraudulent activity.
It was your betting.
No, it wasn't.
Say the lowest one there was 11.24. It's not 11.24 yet.
And this is not betting advice. Don't take hard advice when it comes to betting. This is what I wanted to do.
I know you use FanDuel, but I wish they had better on here because the fucking 1,000 times multiplier.
Yeah, but I like the FanDuel because of the promos you get.
You just can't do better sports in Indiana yet, but it will be soon.
You only like that because it's a Jake Paul thing.
You tell me you don't like Jake Paul?
No, you're a nut rider for Jake Paul.
I'm not.
Just like you are for Drake. It's the same.
No. I bet you I can make you like Jake Paul in 2 seconds.
You're,
How much you gonna bet?
when it comes to Jake Paul
Watch
and
this.
Drake, he be meat gobbled.
I'm just not a hater. This dude don't listen to no Kendrick. Let this man get off his dick.
I didn't even say nothing about
Get off his
Drake.
dick. If Jake Paul was here in Indiana and you knew him, he'd be one of the boys. There's way too much in shit that y'all have in common.
I'd kick his ass.
All right,
We're back in
to
it.
football.
Yeah, all right, here we go. You're going to pick the first one. Patriots versus Jets and New York. Thursday game. Are you going to pick?
I don't know who's
No,
gonna-
you picked first last time.
Yeah.
I'm picking first this time.
I don't know who's gonna win that game though, so I that's why I would go the over on that.
Patriots are winning it, or Patriots are losing this game.
I don't agree on that, but that's okay.
It's my pick.
Yep.
And the Jets are going to win by more
I got
than a touchdown.
Giants.
Giants straight up.
Yeah,
It may sound wise in case
yeah,
that means as a indie between
You sure?
yeah. I go Giants on that.
I'm about to throw up my mouth. This game is going to be.
Oh, you want Deshaun massage me?
massage my
Watson.
knee? Bears, Colts. Oh my god, I don't even bet on this.
Just
game.
do the over or under. Let's go under 42. You think?
No, I think it's going over.
Okay. Texans Vikings. I'm gonna go Vikings straight up plus 120.
I like that. We're gonna go Chargers, Steelers. I'm gonna go. Oh my god,
Better
that's 37 points is so low.
Yeah.
I'm going over 37 points.
super over. I'm gonna go over 39.
So 40.
Yeah.
Green Bay, Tennessee. Green Bay's gonna beat Tennessee. It might not align with what I picked earlier, but
Raiders under 40. I don't think it's going to go that. I bet Minshew, it's not going to be a sling fest.
did you see how on fire they were with Brock Bowers
Okay,
and Devontae Adams?
even if Minshew throws 3 touchdowns, do we think the Panthers are going to throw?
You're right, backs.
Okay. You know?
Under 41. We're actually under 40. Dolphins, Seahawks.
I think I picked the Seahawks on this.
Seahawks are definitely winning this, but I
But
was
they
trying
don't
to see
have
what.
that updated, so... Oh, yeah, they do.
Whoa.
Yeah, they
Whoa,
did.
we just glitched. We're going to go.
Under, or are you going to go straight up?
We're just going to go straight up.
I'm going to go Cardinals under 52 points. Or wait, just pick them straight up. That's a better odds. Pick them straight up. I like that better.
Ravens, Cowgirls, you know it.
None of these are really good odds.
Yeah.
What? They don't know who's going to win this, do they?
Lamar's not losing 3 in a row.
No, I don't think so either.
Niners, Rams.
Niners. They got the Rams are the underdog. I'm going to say under 43. Or no, hold on. Let me look at this.
And it's so low right there. If you want to, you could bite it down. You could buy points. So if you think we can go and change it to like under fucking 48 if you wanted to or something like that.
Yeah, I think I should do that.
All right, so let's go to more wagers. We're going to go here to alternate total points.
So under 48 sounds good.
48.5 or 47.5?
47.5.
I like that. There we go. Let's see what our odds are.
416,000.
We're going to go $5 to win 20 grand.
Oh,
Or should we go 10 to win 40 grand?
yeah. Fuck it, right?
What do you think, producer? 5 to win 20 or 10 to win 40?
The more the better.
All right, brother.
We'll understand that.
About that. All right. And then we're going to go to possible bets this week for the games.
We kind of just talked about it.
We basically knocked that
Basically
out.
did that with our parlay. Trust me, we use a little bit of, we think about it a little. We don't just pick random teams.
Was it Quaff ON?
I liked it. I could
Oktoberfest?
I could have a 6-pack of this. Like, it's not like my normal everyday beer, but I think this would be good.
Rate the
As
flavor.
a
1 through 10, 10 being the best.
I think it was about a 7. It
7?
had like a nutty flavor.
I think-
I liked it. 7 or an 8.
I think it was 8 or 9. 8.5, 9 range. Really good. I enjoyed it.
It had like a nuttier flavor. I think that's where that roast.
So, on a regular day, on
Pause.
Sunday, okay,
Pause.
Sunday,
Pause.
say it's Sunday. Do you think you could enjoy drinking these throughout the game?
Yeah, for sure. Especially in October.
So, what would you rate the enjoyability out? Because sometimes you can get a beer just because it doesn't taste as good. The strength makes it a little bit less
What's the
enjoyable or
alcohol
more
percentage on
enjoyable.
this? I don't know what the alcohol percentage on this is.
I don't know, but it was good.
Me personally, I always drink a beer to enjoy it. That's why y'all be saying I take forever to drink. I like to actually taste the beer.
Were you able to finish yours by the end of the pod?
Yeah, it's gone.
Good job. Oh. If we didn't have them on the pod
I
and
would,
you just seen it, would you buy them?
yeah.
Yeah,
I would.
I agree. And like we said, it was Quaff ON Brewing Company out of Nashville, Indiana. You can get them at any Big Woods or anything like that.
Yeah, it's a Big Woods brand.
Quaff ON, if you guys want to send us a different kind, let us know.
I'll say I haven't had a lot of their beers, so I'm be interested to have some more.
I almost got the 6 Foot Blonde.
I have
It's
had their
really
blonde.
good.
Their strawberry blonde though. I've had their strawberry blonde. Yeah, I'd be interested to try some more of their brand.
But anyways, we'd love to hear from everyone. Comment your opinions,
Yeah.
things you want to see, wanted to hear us talk about,
And if-
opinions on anything that we did say during the podcast. If we left anything out that you think we shouldn't have left out, let us know. If you got a specific beer you think we should cover, let us know in the comments.
And if we're wrong, please do shit on us. Okay.
We won't be offended.
We won't. Thanks for listening, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and click that little bell over there for the notifications. Till next time, thanks for watching.
Beers and boards. We're out of here.